I never used to believe in ghosts. Phantoms of the imagination. Tales told to scare. Surely not real. Or are they? Whether believer or skeptic, the tales continue. The spirits of the dead said to be around us, watching us, listening to us, even talking with us. For many years I've looked for proof and sought the answers. Do ghosts exist? Many believe. The question is, do you? I never used to believe in ghosts.
Britain's Greatest Haunts is a new paranormal series which is a continuation of a television programme called Northern Ireland's Greatest Haunts, which played on BBC Ireland. It starred Andy Matthews, who is a paranormal investigator and television presenter, and Marion Goodfellow, who is a psychic medium. The show ran for 2 years on television. Andy and Marion have both worked within the paranormal and paranormal television for over 10 years. I was working on a series called Phantom Force, which is made for the internet and DVD. I personally have been working in the paranormal for about 6 or 7 years now, and have worked on various internet shows, obviously been part of paranormal teams and so on, but most of my involvement has been filming for paranormal groups and promotional videos and things of that nature, and obviously Phantom Force. In Phantom Force we worked all over the country, we worked with all kinds of people, paranormal groups, mediums and so on. As we kind of got into the series, we started to attract more and more attention. Andy Matthews contacted me one day to tell me that he'd been watching the show online and that he was a fan, I guess, that he liked what he had seen. He was quite interested in teaming up at some point and working on a project together. We chatted about various TV pilot ideas over time, and eventually Andy came up with Britain's Greatest Haunts, which he wanted to do to continue the Northern Ireland's Greatest Haunts series. After chatting about the idea and so on, and who we were going to get involved, I'd actually been working with Mark Webb, who's been involved in various paranormal television shows. He's a very well-known and respected paranormal investigator. Richard Felix, who most people will recognise from endless amounts of TV paranormal shows that he's been involved with. He's not only a paranormal investigator, but he's also a historian. We also worked with another investigator called Steve Wood, who had also been involved with various internet shows and groups and so on. He had actually been a guest on one of our episodes on Phantom Force, and we really liked what he'd done, and we liked him, obviously. He got involved. And basically when Britain's Greatest Haunts came up, those guys who I'd worked with quite a few times and, you know, very good at what they do, I said to Andy about them, and that's how everyone got involved. And so Marion and Andy from the original Northern Ireland's Greatest Haunts show, they've obviously come over into this show. And everyone else, including the crew, have all been involved with Phantom Force. So yeah, we're taking over.
As an investigator of the paranormal, my travels have taken me the length and breadth of the British Isles to Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and now, once again, home to Britain.
Britain's Greatest Haunts does pretty much what it says on the tin. We're travelling around Britain investigating the greatest haunts. We're trying to stay away from the usual TV style of things, and we've jazzed things up a bit. The editing and the overall style of the show is probably very different to most of the other shows that are out there. We are very much an honest show, and that is very apparent on screen. You don't just have to take our word for it, it's there, you can see it. We're not another bunch of people running around in the dark with cameras screaming at nothing, you know, in Scooby-Doo fashion. With the pilot episode, we shot at the Fox Inn in Purton.
Hello, Maz.
Hey, all right?
Oh, are you all right?
Wow, you wouldn't believe it.
What you got?
Already got picked up in the high street. First World War soldier. Not only that, he told me that he's been in every house in the village. So everybody in here must have felt him at some time or another.
We've got a haunted pub, but we've got every haunted house in the world. It seems to be in this village.
In this village, yeah. Told me the battle, yeeps, yipes, yeeps, whatever you call it.
Or I used to call it Yipres.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was rubbish at history. But,
I'm all excited.
So it's a World War I soldier?
Yeah, definitely World War I. But bless him, he's looking for his mum.
It was a very nice little village, very scenic, and very friendly people. The pub itself was a very welcoming pub.
It's a great little pub, food's lovely, the hospitality's great, but it doesn't feel haunted. It's not one of those you can walk in and feel really oppressive, and it's a lovely place.
Okay, right.
But you could see there were certain rooms within that pub, especially upstairs, that were quite kind of spooky, especially the attic room.
One or two of the rooms in the building did feel a little edgy, so to speak. There was something unusual in the atmosphere.
What do you think, Matt?
It's a weird room though, isn't it?
We had a great time filming Britain's Greatest Haunts. You'll see probably on the DVD for this episode, there is an outtakes reel.
Got something already.
What you got?
We got First World War soldier.
And a car, look. Another dimension comes forward through the time flux coordination procedure and talks to my teddy bear and rabbits. They eat carrots every day, they watch children's television. They're as bonkers as I am.
One thing we do when we film any of these projects, we like to have a laugh, we like to have fun. You know, it's okay being a paranormal investigator and being professional and serious about what you do, but you got to have fun.
Why am I going to put my glasses on?
I don't know, it's not a film. Shall I put mine on as well? Let's do it together.
That's stupid.
And it's good night for
No,
him.
it doesn't sound any better.
You know, we had to kind of keep ourselves awake at certain points throughout the day and certainly the night, just by kind of laughing and having fun. You probably see Andy playing the guitar and crazy things that we were doing. Mark and Steve blasting out the Ghostbusters theme in the middle of the street, as you do, in a quiet little village. Hopefully the locals won't hate us for that. But, you know, at the time, for the rest of us anyway, it was hilarious. You know.
Come on, Bill. Right, Jack, come in.
I think Mark is probably the cause of many of the outtakes, many of the funnies you'll see.
Spice Girls, they're brilliant. Oh, free tickets! Need free tickets!
He just loves being in the outtakes. You can't take him anywhere.
Cheeky bastard.
He is very funny. He'll make light of any situation. When you've been filming for 3 days or something like that, Mark will be the one that will keep everyone laughing, keep everyone happy.
It's just silly now, isn't it? Imagination's running away with you.
It can be the smallest of things, and he'll cheer everyone up. That's Mark.
You're on a roll now, that's...
Richard Felix, I think, was probably best behaved.
Okay.
But having said that, having worked with him on Phantom Force, we do have quite a few outtakes of him on there. So I think he knew, and I'm still trying to get him to sing.
Please release me, let me go.
That Richard's quite good as well.
No, you can do it, don't you? I can talk very well, but I can't sing, trust me.
He isn't having any of it.
I don't sing. Trust me, I don't sing.
I'll teach you.
There is a little in-joke, I guess you could say, for those involved. You'll notice there's a clip where we gave Mark a little birthday present. It was his birthday coming up. We got him a t-shirt, a Stavros Acorah t-shirt.
Turn round, show us the back.
We have a little web series called Stavros Acorah. It's kind of a bit of fun, taking the mickey, I suppose, out of the paranormal.
The greatest medium in the universe. Stavros Acorah, super medium. while we're here, I've got an idea. Something that came to me in a dream one night, and I think I could try it out here. I'm sure I could take my spirit, my presence, and then manifest it into an inanimate object, like a mannequin.
I've spoke to people that have had readings with Stavros Acorah, and they've said that Stavros Acorah is the most powerful medium that's ever existed. I don't know. I mean, his song and dance, his little jigs, his crazy kind of outlook on the paranormal is something that is missing from television. So I'd love to have had him here, to be honest. I mean, this place would have completely swallowed the guy up. He's a complete loon, let's be honest.
Mark plays Stavros Acorah. Apparently.
Could Stavros be Mark Webb? No, Mark Webb can't act.
The crew are made up of myself, director, editor, co-producer, co-writer. I run Stavsfilm, which is a video production company covering TV, film, weddings through to movies. Stavsfilm was set up in 2006. I've actually been filmmaking since the age of 12. I'm now 34, and I've made all kinds of short films, documentaries, music videos, you name it. Endless amounts of projects over the years. It's not just paranormal. Filming is a big part of my life. It's basically been my dream job since I was a child. And over the past however many years it's been since I got involved with the paranormal, it just happens to have taken me down that route. And many of the projects that we've had over the past few years are involved in that field.
I think the director's fabulous. I really do. I'd take him home any day.
It's very easy to write a programme, but to get it from paper to camera to screen is not an easy feat. You have to have the right producer, director and crew to be able to enable you to do that properly. Many producers that produce these type of programmes haven't really a clue about the paranormal. Kriss Ellis-Stansfield, however, has. He's made countless DVDs and films about the subject. It's a great passion of his anyway, the paranormal. It's a great factor to have a producer on board who actually knows what he's making a film about.
Zoe Collins.
I have Zoe Collins, who is the photographer. She also does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. Zoe's actually my partner. We've worked on tons of projects over the years. She runs Stavsfilm with me. She also does all the interviews on most of our projects. She'll do all the interviews and so on, which she's very good at. You will see her a few times in the episode. We've got David James. He is one of the camera guys on this, who I've worked with on many, many projects, certainly paranormal projects. We've been filming together within this field for so long that it is very much second nature to us both. He's a good friend of mine and he's very good at what he does. You also have Natalie Lawrence. Well, originally with so many members of Phantom Force being involved in this project, Natalie was the only person who didn't actually have a role that we could give her as such. As she's part of our usual team, we wanted to get her involved in some way, so I gave her the behind the scenes job. Basically, she filmed a lot of the behind the scenes footage, some of which you'll see in this video. She also helped out on the day. Woody was also the sound man on this project. Originally, we had a guy called Lee Batchelor, and he was there ready to go early in the morning for the drive up to Burton. Unfortunately, we were completely overloaded in the car, and Lee basically sacrificed his place so that we could get there. Therefore, Woody, who had helped us out behind the scenes on various projects in the past also, and is quite interested in filmmaking, we gave him the job of sound man. Now, all the crew members mentioned also have plenty of experience in paranormal investigating, so we'll be just as involved in that side of the episode.
Come on, if there's anything in you, make a noise. Go on.
Richard Alexander is Marion's son, and he's also a clairvoyant medium. He came along to just kind of help out during the investigation stages, really. You don't unfortunately see him in the actual episode. Most of the time that Richard spent with us was on a second night where we just done some kind of follow-up experiments and so on. And you'll see a lot of that stuff, which will be on the DVD. There were quite a few special effects that were made especially for this episode. In particular, there was an opening scene that we were going to do. Andy's original idea was for a kind of surreal dream sequence type of thing, where he was stood on a hilltop, thunder and lightning and things of that nature, sharing his thoughts with the audience. It took a couple of weeks to do that particular scene. As it turned out, Andy wanted to change it at the last minute. Unfortunately, these things do happen, but you will see it on the DVD. It was used in the final trailer for the project. We're trying to make a show that fans want. We're not just knocking out another paranormal show. I've had loads of experience in this particular field with the filming side of things, and every project pretty much that I get involved with, I try to do things that haven't been done before. Originally with Phantom Force, I hadn't seen many of the programs on TV. I'd seen bits and pieces, so I was able to kind of start how I wanted, doing things the way I wanted with my own style, my own kind of approach to the paranormal. When Andy approached me about Britain's Greatest Haunts, he wanted to bring some of that over into this project. One of the things that kind of stood out for me on Northern Ireland's Greatest Haunts was the honesty of the show. You could see it on the screen. There was no faking, there was no one running around screaming with cameras. If they didn't get anything, that's exactly what you got in the episode. And I really liked it because of that. So we wanted to continue that obviously into Britain's Greatest Haunts. We're looking for the truth, like any other paranormal investigator in a group or an independent investigator, whatever it may be. The only difference is we're actually filming it and sharing it with an audience. I've done a lot of research into all the programs that I'd never really seen before, previous to this project. So I was able to see what was good and what was bad about those previous shows, which really helped when I approached Britain's Greatest Haunts. I think we've got the best of everything in this particular show. Any genuine paranormal investigator, anyone who's been working in the field for long enough and has that much experience, will know exactly what to expect from a paranormal investigation. Therefore, whilst watching this show, they will know if something's fake or if it's not. And it doesn't matter whether you're a believer or a skeptic, there is something in this show for everyone. We're not going into this as believers or skeptics. We're approaching everything from completely on the fence. There are indeed believers and skeptics involved in the cast and on the crew, but we will approach everything from on the fence and we will give you whatever we get. And we will keep everything as balanced as possible. What you see is what you get with Britain's Greatest Haunts. As mentioned, we keep this very honest. You'll see that on screen. There's nothing to hide. I, for one, directing this, I don't want to see faking. It's not done for ratings. It's not done for scares. It's done to show people what it's actually like. We're very pleased with the end result. We hope that we've delivered something that is new, fresh, kind of rebooted paranormal TV. Hopefully, there'll be plenty more to come from Britain's Greatest Haunts.
Will the show we're making, Greatest Haunts, be a success?
We're sitting on the edge of something really big.
And we hope you'll keep watching. Many believe. The question is, do you? I should get Andy's job. I really should. I think we should sack Andy.
And go.
So I've got the mirror behind you.
Many believe. The question is, do you?